This layout, allocated under former Bauchi State, was known as BAP4. However, majority of the allottees left the plots undeveloped for over 40 years and further subdivided them into smaller portions, which Gombe State describes as gross contravention of Section 28 of the Land Use Act and good grounds for revocation. Using Executive Order 007 of 2024, Governor Inuwa Yahya revoked rights of occupancy, renamed the layout from BAP4 to Shehu Abubakar District after former Emir of Gombe State, fixed giant gullies that threatened the layout, constructed network of roads that gulped over 24 billion naira, but decided to give the original owners back the land on compassionate grounds.
Following the successful conclusion of the documentation phase, and in furtherance of government obligation to ensure orderly land administration under Section 1 and 5 of the Land Use Act, the agency commenced issuance of new allocation letters prioritizing individuals whose titles were revoked by the Order 007. Notwithstanding the expiration of the said deadline, and in clear demonstration of good faith, equity, and inclusiveness, management of the agency, with approval of His Excellency, carefully considered several representations and appeals from affected allottees who had already been duly documented but were unable to complete the process within the stipulated time frame.
The regularization and recertification exercise, which began since September 2024, has now been extended to January the 16th, 2026, after which no-show allottees risk forfeiture in the overriding public interest and in keeping Gombe State's modernization drive.
The management has approved a final extension of the deadline, and accordingly, the deadline for the recertification of plots and collection of allocation letters is hereby extended to Friday, 16 January 2026, with effect from Monday, 5th January 2026. This extension is granted strictly and exclusively to eligible allottees who had previously participated in the documentation and verification exercise. All concerned individuals are required to present themselves at the agency within the extended period with the following documents: acknowledgement of documentation slip, original title documents, one recent passport size photograph, valid means of identification, national identity card, international passport, or driver's license. In cases of loss of documents, certified true copy, police extract, sworn affidavit, and where an eligible allottee is unavailable, we need a duly executed letter of authority for the person to collect allocation on their behalf.
As the premier land administration agency in Gombe State, GoGIS cautions that the newly redesigned and remodeled Shehu Abubakar district, built as a layout with low population density, should not be distorted into a high population density by land speculators and vendors.